Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Raw review for tonight, Monday, November 26th, 2012. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving weekend, but on to another Raw. And my thoughts on tonight's Raw, kind of another mixed bag tonight. We saw a couple matches made for TLC, 3 matches made, championship matches, including, I think all 3 of them I fully, widely predicted. Plus, we would have 3 decent matches tonight on Raw, and we would find out the name of the 3 men, the official name of the team of the 3 men that attacked Ryback. 3 is the magic number of the night. 3 matches made for TLC. 3 great matches on Raw, and 3 men team of the NXT guys who attacked Ryback. Their name will be revealed tonight, and of course, once again, they would indeed make a statement. And speaking of that 3-man team that has been attacking Ryback, of course I'm referring to Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. We would begin with the man they've been targeting for the last couple weeks on this another mixed bag of Raw, despite decent action. Ryback / Goldberg. Anyway, Ryback kicked off Raw tonight, still steaming off of getting attacked again by the 3-man team. We'll find out the name later on in the evening. Last week, at Survivor Series and on Raw, we would begin with the match against Titus O'Neil, one half of the part-time players, with, of course, Darren Young at ringside. Darren Young tried to get involved, but indeed got a hit for his helping. And despite that, Titus O'Neil was once again, like the others, fed to the big beast known as Ryback. Titus O'Neil tried his best to defend, to get some good offense on Ryback. But despite the great offense of Titus O'Neil, decent tag team guy trying to do a singles thing, Titus inadvertently got thrown in the Young. Titus did, and of course that signaled for the ending. The shell shock and the meat-hook clothesline 1-2-3 victory for Ryback, still stemming at CM Punk and the 3-man that attacked him, thinking that they were all in cahoots. And he wanted all 4 of them at that point. He would hold the show hostage unless he got what he wanted. And here comes a couple security guards. Now, WWE's logic is weird sometimes. That 6 security guys can't sustain Ryback, yet 3 guys can beat him up. That's weird logic. WWE logic. Weird sometimes. Anyway, Ryback destroys the security guards and he's ready to destroy more and once again hold the show hostage. Vicky Guerrero came out trying to appease the beast. Ryback won his match against Punk at TLC, where he got it. The match I fully predicted, not just last week on my Raw review, but also today on my attack line, that Ryback will indeed be facing CM Punk at TLC in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. TLC. So, there you go. Ryback destroys Titus O'Neil, and of course, officially gets a match against CM Punk for the title at TLC. In TLC, Punk was very mad about that. It was put in a Raw active matchup. The fans would have to choose between one half of Team Hell No, Kane, or Daniel Bryan. Who would get the vote to face Punk tonight? We would find out later on. I'll tell you that in a few moments. Now on to our second match of the evening. Rich indeed involved the Great Khali taking on Alberto Del Rio. Now, last week we saw what happened with the whole Rosa thing. I kind of missed that, but I saw the replay of Hornswoggle trying to give Rosa flowers. And Rosa got screwed in by Hornswoggle. Anyway, Rosa wanted revenge on Hornswoggle, but specifically his friend, the Great Khali. Alberto was fighting for the honor of Rosa, and Great Khali defending his friend Hornswoggle. Khali was dominant most of the match, being the big guy and all. But after being distracted by Wakano, being chased out by Hornswoggle, Khali got distracted long enough to get the cross-arm breaker, yes, put on by Alberto. Alberto got the victory. I still can't believe he got the cross-arm breaker on Khali. But anything can happen in WWE. So there you go. I liked it when they used to say that. But it was WWF, not WWE. Anyway, Alberto Del Rio wins thanks to a little help from Wakano and the cross-arm breaker. Now, on with our next segment, which was an interview conducted by Michael Cole with the three-man team of Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns, collectively now known as The Shield. The Shield saying that they're shielding against injustices in the WWE, but taking back what's right from what's wrong in the WWE. And it's all about popularity contest, blah, 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 blah. And while I was saying that, they denied that they're working in cahoots with CM Punk. Well, after seeing tonight's main event, it's hard to believe that they're telling the truth about working in cahoots with Punk. They're saying they're not? I don't think so. We would see later on in the main event. So there you go. The Shield being conducted with their interview, revealing their motives, as they would say, about avenging the injustices. A shield from injustice in the WWE. And we will, of course, see the Shield once again make a stand against injustice later on during our main event. Well, once again denying they're working for Punk, but proofs in the pudding, as we would see later on in our main event. Now on to our next match, which was the Divas match. Alicia Fox taking on Tamina Snuka. Of course, Tamina in the midst of a feud with AJ. Get the win over Alicia Fox with the Superfly Splash, tribute to her dad. Another silly Divas match. Tamina wins, Superfly Splash. Let's move on. Speaking of AJ, that's what our next segment was about. AJ and the John Cena relationship. Continued on this whole scandal thing, but I think the scandal's over, but the feud is just getting started. John Cena came out talking about the kiss scene round the world as he delivered a big wet one on AJ last week to give Vicky something to talk about. And once again, kind of confirming his relationship with AJ's on after what happened last week with his torn meniscus, getting into a ball with Dolph Ziggler. But as we was talking about that, the kiss, about whether or not AJ's a good kisser, here comes Vicky Guerrero delivering a gift to the two lovebirds, as you would say, his and her bathrobes. So, and Cena said he doesn't know where it's been. And of course, she reminds him of AJ's history going back and forth with a lot of boys this year. Dating Daniel Bryan, they're having a fling with Kane, CM Punk, and now John Cena. So AJ's been back and forth, kind of a gold digger, as Vicky would say, and a bit unstable. Unstable is, of course, the word that pisses AJ off, and of course, the word that sent AJ to the ring, saying that even though she got fired because of Vicky accusing AJ of having a relationship with John Cena while being GM, she's happy she's not GM because she can do what she wants, when she wants, and date who she wants. And AJ tries to kiss Cena, but Vicky stops and says she gets the whole thing. She gets the analogy. But here comes Dolph Ziggler to indeed Cena attacking him last week, blah, 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 calling a cowardly attack. And Cena wanted to beat up Dolph Ziggler then and there. But Vicky didn't want another backstage brawl. She wanted it in the ring. So she made the match that I thought was going to be a TLC, Dolph Ziggler versus John Cena. There's a possible mixed tag match in there somewhere, but we'll see when that match will happen, if that will happen. The mixed tag involving Cena and AJ against Dolph Ziggler and Vicky or Tamina. So there you go, Cena Ziggler main. We would see that match later on in the evening. Now on to our next match, which involved Kofi Kingston, the IC champion, taking on Tenzai. With Wade Barrett at ringside, we would find out that after defeating Kofi Kingston last week, I kind of predicted that Wade Barrett would get a match, either on Raw or at TLC, where he'll get it at TLC, get the shot against Kofi for the IC championship. We was at ringside watching this match between Tenzai and Kofi to begin the second hour of the night, which I think was the best hour because we had two of the three best matches during the second hour. Because I said 3 is a magic number, 3 good matches, but this ain't one of them. Anyway, Kofi came out flying in the beginning, but Tenzai grounded him with some nasty big moves. And Kofi did deliver the Trumpet Paradise, but Tenzai kept blocking it. So there was only one way to get the win over Tenzai for Kofi Kingston, delivering a cross-body splash a springboard crossbody 1-2-3 victory for Kofi Kingston following that in an enzuigiri as well. Wade Barrett did not get involved, but he did grab the IC title belt and gave it to Kofi without hitting him or anything. So there you go. Kofi in a decent matchup against Tenzai, defeating him. And as official, he'll be defending his IC championship against Wade Barrett at TLC. Now, on to the first of the 3 exciting matches. Before that, we would get to the Raw Active results. Despite Daniel Bryan skewing the vote, saying that everyone voted for him, he showed graphs of him saying that he was going to win. Even globally, the Raw Active said otherwise, as Kane would win the poll, and Kane would be the one taking on CM Punk. But that didn't mean Daniel Bryan was going to see no action, however. Daniel Bryan would be in a match now against Rey Mysterio. The first of 3 decent matches on Raw in a row. Now this match between Daniel Bryan and Rey Mysterio, very grappling matchup, very athletic matchup between these guys. Very back and forth action, great spots between these guys, very decent action. Daniel Bryan dominating most of the match, and Rey Mysterio delivering his high-flying moves. Very athletic matchup between these guys. And the ending came with Rey Mysterio trying to deliver a 619. He got blocked and got into the no-lock by Daniel Bryan. Got to the ropes. As Bryan was trying for a move and slingshot him, Mysterio countered with the 619 and dropping the dime on Bryan for the victory. Of course, stemming from last week with Daniel Bryan teaming up with Kane against Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, ending with the primetime players who were good on commentary, attacking both teams, making it no contest, sensing a possible match between Mysterio and Sin Cara against Team Hell No in the future for the tag titles, unless World Scholars gets it when Cody's better. But anyway, decent back and forth action between these guys. Great matchup between these guys. Very athletic matchup. But in the end, the victor was Rey Mysterio. No interference from Kane or Sin Cara. That was great. But there was interference in his next match, kind of. It was John Cena taking on Dolph Ziggler. Match I thought was going to be at TLC, but maybe a rematch or the tag match, mixed tag would take place there. Like I said, another decent matchup. It seemed like another typical Super Cena match. Cena came out flying, but indeed Dolph Ziggler doing most of the damage in the middle of the matchup, delivering big shots to the knee again, with Cena delivering, going through his little torn meniscus problem. And he did try to find like a shuffle, missed it, and a decent spot for these guys. Another very exciting match, a very intense back and forth action with Cena trying for the FU. And Dolph countering with a zigzag. And indeed, the ending came when Cena went for the side slam again after being dominated from Ziggler. Going for another front knuckle shuffle. However, he rolled on the outside, sensing problems with his knee again. I thought the match was going to end then and there with the referees carrying out Cena again, but that wouldn't be the case, as Cena was outside the ring being taken care of after his knee gave him problems again. Vicky Guerrero came out, and AJ came out as well. They were confronting each other as referee was distracted with Vicky and AJ now. Cena got back into the ring, and Dolph was ready to nail him with the Money in the Bank briefcase, but Cena ducked it, got the FU, went back in the ring. 1, 2, 3. John Cena gets the victory over Dolph Ziggler and delivers another big wet kiss to AJ. Of course, building more momentum for this little feud and a possible mixed tag that could take place. So it's weird that this match took place tonight, because I thought it would take place at TLC. But maybe a mixed tag would take place at TLC after all, despite WWE saying otherwise. So there you go. John Cena winning in a decent, exciting matchup against Dolph Ziggler. I've been hearing they've been putting a lot of good house matches, and it's indeed an exciting matchup between these two, with Cena getting up the victor. But I hate the Louisiana crowd, because I think there was mostly pro-Cena. There was not a lot of anti-Cena chants, to my dismay. Anyway, on to the third most exciting matchup of the night. I can't pick which one of these 3 matches were the best, but they were all exciting in their own right. The third exciting matchup was Sheamus taking on Antonio Cesaro. Of course, we'd find out that Sheamus will be taking on the Big Show at TLC in the match I've predicted since the Survivor Series. Since my review of Survivor Series, I predicted this match would happen, and it is going to happen. Sheamus and Big Show in a Chambers match. Right again. I predicted Punk and Ryback, and I fully predicted Sheamus and Big Show since Survivor Series, and I'm right again. I'm always right about predictions. Believe that, people. Anyway, Sheamus against the U.S. Champion Tony Cesaro. Another great, decent match. I'm very excited. I like my favorite spot of this match was when Sheamus was going for the battering ram off the top rope, and Cesaro nailed him with a nasty uppercut. That was a great spot, and Cesaro was great in this matchup. He looked very good in this matchup, dominant over Sheamus in the early going. But indeed, Sheamus did make the comeback and delivered the bro kick to Cesaro. But unfortunately, Cesaro landed on the outside after the bro kick, which led towards a KO victory for Sheamus. I think there was a little botch in there because Big Show came out during that. I think it was supposed to be. I think Big Show was maybe going to help Cesaro win, but I think there might have been a botch. That's what I kind of believe because he came a little late. But anyway, Big Show came out after Sheamus delivered the bro kick to Cesaro that prevented the count out. That went to the count out, and Big Show smashed a steel chair to show Sheamus what the heck he can do to Sheamus at the chairs match at TLC, which is now official. And last time Big Show was in a chairs match at TLC, it was him against Mark Henry last year. He won, but of course he was cashed on by Daniel Bryan. Will that happen again? This time with Dolph Ziggler. Is Ziggler ever going to catch that Money in the Bank in? Anyway, so there you go. Another exciting matchup involving Cesaro and Sheamus. Great back and forth action, great excitement. And Sheamus gets the victory. The ending was the only bad part with the count-out victory for Sheamus. And of course, Sheamus confronting Big Show. Big Show smashing his chair. And Big Show, Sheamus, chairs match, TLC, predicted it. I was right again. Now, to our next match, which involved Damien Sandow, of course, going into singles action with the injury of Cody Rhodes happening. Taking on one of my favorites. Woo, woo, woo. You know it, Zack Ryder. And Zack Ryder looked very good in this matchup, but I knew in the end Ryder was going to lose, despite a decent showing from Ryder. He tried to nail the Broski boot, but Sandow avoided it, delivered the elbow of disdain in his finishing move, a straight jacket neckbreaker for the victory. Decent victory for Damien Sandow over Zack Ryder. I like Ryder, but I'm sick of him getting squashed. So there you go. Sandow wins. Now, on to our main event, the Raw Active matchup between Kane and CM Punk. Now, Kane looked very dominant in this matchup in the early going. Kane was beating the crap out of Punk early on, but indeed Punk came flying back with a little help from Paul Heyman and the Shield, who would intervene in this match as well. Punk came back in the early going, delivering the big knees. The big knee lifts on the corner. But indeed, Kane catched Punk after an attempted springboard and choke slams him. And Kane was ready to go for a tombstone to finish off. But as I mentioned, the Shield came out, distracted Kane. Shield came from the crowd, all three guys. And as Kane was distracted by the Shield, Punk came back to life, delivering a GTS 1-2-3 victory for Punk. A decent matchup. And if you believe the Shield is telling the truth about them not working for Punk, well, I'd say otherwise. After the matchup, the Shield came in the ring and attacked Kane, beating the crap out of Kane, a triple team on Kane. And Daniel Bryan, once again trying to prove he is a team player and not I'm the tag team champion, came out to try to help Kane, but he got triple teamed for his helping. As Kane and Daniel Bryan were getting triple teamed, Punk was watching, and then feed me more. Ryback came out, Punk ran for the back, as we were thinking he would run to the back. We're going to see Punk later on after Ryback was destroying the Shield, beating the crap out of the Shield. Punk came back from behind, attacking Ryback as he was gaining the advantage on the Shield. And then, of course, Ryback was ready to deliver the powerbomb on Punk, but Roman Reigns delivered a nasty spear on Ryback. And once again, the triple team powerbomb from the Shield. And we end Raw the same way we ended Survivor Series, and the same way we ended Raw last week. Ryback getting triple team powerbomb by the Shield, and Punk hovering over Ryback's broken body. Of course, heading towards their TLC match at the TLC pay-per-view for the WWE Championship. I predict the Shield will get involved in that match. And I've been right on my predictions. I predicted everything. I predicted Punk and Ryback was going to face each other in TLC match I was right. I was right that Sheamus was going to face Big Show in a chairs match. I was also kind of right that Wade Barrett was going to take on Kofi Kingston for the IC Championship. All three of those matches being made tonight. And I'm also probably going to be right on the Shield getting involved in the TLC match against Punk and Ryback at TLC. So that's how we end Raw. A mixed bag with 3 decent matches. But what do you expect? It's WWE Raw in the TVPG era. Trying to get a little bit more edgy, but we'll see how this storyline with the Shield denying they're looking for CM Punk. I'd say otherwise. I think they are looking in cahoots with CM Punk and or Paul Heyman. So there you go. It seems all too coincidental that every time the Shield comes in, it always benefits Punk. And I like Punk and all, but this heel thing is kind of weird. But indeed, there we go. Shield dominating once again after Punk gets the win over Kane in our main event. That's it for my Raw review for tonight. Thank you all very much for watching. With that in mind, you have all been attacked by the review from Zach. See you all later. Yeah.